So, did all of you guys have problems with traffic today? Was it that terrible for everybody? Gamecation. I like the name Gamecation. I most sincerely do. For the last few years, I'm playing WoW only during winter time, but after watching you these days playing Warlords of Draenor, I'm really hesitating to start playing like right now. Well, Drangovsky, this is like crack, and us being crackheads right now, I completely understand where you're coming from. I completely understand. And it was so hard for me. I played this game for 8.5 years. I rated hardcore for 6.5 of those. When I say hardcore, I mean like seriously fucking hardcore. And it was a struggle to stop, to say the least. Like seriously, it was definitely a struggle. And it wasn't that I was missing the game as much as I was missing the people that I was playing with. Over the years, I've met so many good people through World of Warcraft. I've made friends from all over the world, and I've actually had the opportunity to meet some of them from time to time. And just had a blast during all those years. And people, whenever I tell them that I was playing this game for so long, people will tell me like, "Oh man, your life, what is going on?" and stuff like that. But out of all those 6.5 years, or let's just say 8 years, I came out with so many friendships and so many people that I know throughout the whole world. I don't regret a single moment, a single minute. Yeah, it was frustrating at times, wiping on bosses that were super hard. I remember Muru, I remember Khatoon, I remember Four Horsemen. There are still many people I am in contact at the moment from the times back then. Yeah, the community then was awesome. It still is though. There's still a lot of people, and this comes back to that conversation that we had about League of Legends and free-to-play games. Like, you cannot expect to meet people playing free-to-play games these days, because people just don't give a damn about their accounts. Like seriously, they don't give a damn about the accounts. You ban them, you kick them or whatever, they'll just make a new one, and they don't care about friends or anything. It's just like it's about their matchmaking rating or some shit like that. But when people are investing money in the game that they play, when people are spending their hard-earned cash to be able to do something on the side, let's do this, Leroy. I'm not gonna Leroy this. People are a lot more invested in the game and the community, and they want to have a good time while playing it. So this boss takes a huge breath and starts pulling you towards him. I've noticed that this is the case for quite a lot of instances actually, that they have this mechanic where there's winds involved, and you're getting dragged somewhere or pushed or something like that. But you know what I mean by that. When it's free to play games, people just don't care. But when he inhales, but it seems that it's not doing so much inhaling for me. Okay, we survived. I think that warrior fell off. I am pretty sure that warrior fell off. Whoa, 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 buddy, pal, stop it. And that warrior is where now, exactly? How about you let me heal? I'm silenced underwater. No, that's just peachy. Can you do this while I'm silenced? No. talking and doing this does not work out so well. I'm getting bounded by all kinds of stuff now. Maybe they should kill that small worm. The small worms need to die. Games that you pay for have much greater communities than free-to-play. I'm sorry, but the link was deleted, so I cannot actually read the whole sentence about that. Games full stop. Okay. A pay will stop a lot of the bullshit and trolling. Stops. Yes, I agree. I agree. That is the case with almost all of the free-to-play games. And I say almost because there's some free-to-play games that actually have decent communities, but like EVE Online, for example. EVE Online is technically free-to-play, right? And EVE Online doesn't have that many players actually. EVE Online has somewhere around 500-ish thousand people playing, something like that. So not a lot more. So not quite a lot of people playing actually. I got confused by something. Did you guys see that thing that just ran towards the patrol there? It is just weird. Save your death, mortal, the dark star beckons. But EVE Online, that is technically free to play, has about 500,000 people playing it, and that community is amazing. That community is amazing, and you know, you can say yes, people can pay subscription for that game, but from what I understand, and I haven't played much of EVE Online, but from what I understand, if you pay your subscription in that game, you are doing something wrong. You shouldn't be playing it. And there's also this other thing. EVE Online is way too hard for your average troll, and they actually feed you like crazy if you play serious, and noobs get discouraged fast. Yeah, that is definitely the case. That is definitely the case. But as I was saying, like, and Guild Wars is free and the community is great, I agree, but because Guild Wars is free, here comes the other conversation where if an MMO is free, the content will suffer, and yes, the PvP in Guild Wars is fun and everything like that, but there's no in-game content, and you said it yourself, so there's that issue that people will be having after a while, and that's why not so many people are playing that game actually. And I understand that they're focusing on PvP and stuff like that, which is a lot cheaper to make. As I said, don't care about their free accounts, that's why there is a shitty community in free to play. But if you pay a few bucks for a game and then pay for a subscription, then you will think twice before doing some crap. Exactly. Exactly. Especially in cases where there's shards. When there's shards, especially like World of Warcraft, for example. When I say shards, I mean specific servers. So you play on Blade Fist, and Blade Fist is your server, and everybody knows you. Even if you, I mean, you can change your name and you can start your character from scratch. But the price that you will pay is huge, because you will have to start from scratch. You will have to start from level 1. A lot of people can actually track you down even if you change your faction and stuff like that, because they know your achievements. They know, you know, generally that it is hard. It is hard to be an asshole in MMOs that you pay and then get away with it. That will change when we lose anonymity, but I don't think we will ever lose anonymity. That is the issue with that. Is just losing anonymity is out of the question. Google tried to do it, and look at the comment section of YouTube now. Look at how Google Plus has affected all of that. And then even, let's put it like this: if Google cannot do it, I don't know who can. I really don't know who can, because what do you mean I'm so behind? I don't understand what you mean you're so behind. Am I behind with the knowledge of general internet state? Or what? I don't know what you're talking about. And there is a 45-second delay from when I say it and when you see it. It is just inherent to Twitch, so there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. I know that people are actually pushing for it, and I completely understand why they're doing it. The problem is that people like their anonymity. It's like, you know, guns in America. Like, you don't touch my guns, man. You know, I actually prefer anonymity. Yeah, to be perfectly honest. Like, I think that anonymity can be actually quite fun. Personally, for myself, thinking about it is great. I can smack talk anybody, they won't know who I am, I won't get my ass kicked. And that is happening. But I completely understand why that is super bad for communities generally online. I am completely behind the idea that losing anonymity will definitely help out. But as I mentioned, guns and stuff like that, people will always be super protective of that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, I cannot actually read chat right now. I just want to make sure that we kill this as fast as we can. Shit, it's gonna intensify now, and I'm gonna die. Most probably fall down or something. Fuck. Yeah, this should sooner or later most apps, most games will ask for information in return for free products. You can choose not to use those apps, but you can choose not to use those apps and games, but it might just be the best game online or apps. So no, in our lifetime we will not see anonymity go away completely, but next gen probably will happen. Anyway, read later. You're right. It seems the mage get